Hey, buddy, watch this.
Hello, RegisKillbin is the name, and World of Warcraft is the game. That's right, this is something totally different for me. You probably have no idea what you're seeing right now. For those of you that don't know, of course, Hearthstone is not the only Blizzard game I play. I also play Here's the Storm, and I currently play World of Warcraft. I came back for the Legion expansion that hit 6 months ago. I'm playing with some real-life friends. We're having fun. We're raiding. We're doing all that fun stuff. But I'm playing on a different Battle.net account than the very, very, very old World of Warcraft account I played on right when the game first came out in 2004, I think it was. I was right there playing World of Warcraft through the vanilla period and then a little bit in the first expansion as well, the Burning Crusade. And at that point, I quit the game. I lost my account. It got stolen and I wasn't playing. I didn't care. I didn't keep up with it. But just this week, I went through the account recovery process with Blizzard. I gained access back to my account, and this is the very first time in something like 10 years that I have seen this character that I've played on this account. This was not the character's original name, RegisKillbin. I changed that. It is a priest, so it's Healbin instead of Killbin. Ha ha ha. But I thought it might be fun to experience some of this nostalgia that I'm about to experience live right here with me. So for the first time in basically 10 years, I'm going to log in and take a look at the old World of Warcraft life that I used to lead. Now, back in the day, I did not play on this server. I played on a server called Eldrath. I was in basically the #1 guild on the server on Alliance side. Nowadays, not nearly quite so progressive. I'm just in a more regular, semi-casual kind of raiding guild. And we're doing good, don't get me wrong, but we're not like mythic level or anything like that. But anyway, it was the #1 guild on the server. We were really bleeding edge for our server, which was a little bit behind the tides. So, we got things like Server First, Nefarian, and Ragnaros. Wow. I don't actually, by the way, I don't think I've ever seen this gear. I think whoever stole my account must have actually gotten my guy some gear, because I don't remember ever having seen these shoulders back in the day when I was playing. I had really switched to my warrior and my rogue as opposed to my priest when I made a brief return for the Burning Crusade. So a lot of this stuff is already new to me. But my guy still looks pretty cool as I remember him. Nice little dwarf priest. Nowadays I'm playing a Blood Elf Paladin, so similar kinds of things. Still enjoying the light, still doing a little bit of healing, some tanking as well. This is Stormwind. I haven't even seen Stormwind in 10 years, I don't think, because I'm Horde now. So, man, this alone is going to bring back a fair number of memories. Wow, do I have a mount? Let's see. Let's see what mounts I have. Okay, this must have been awarded just to all players. I don't remember ever owning this mount, but here, it's on my bar sorted. Let's man, there's so much to do. I don't even know where to start, right? This isn't going to be like a super long video, I don't think. Why can't this mount fly? Oh, I bet this character doesn't have flying. He's never been through Cataclysm, so he probably just doesn't have flying for Old World. Man, this is crazy. Blast from the past. Oh, there's the new spider mount. Looks pretty cool. Huh. By the way, the town is more crowded than I'm used to on my current server. I guess we have a pretty low population as opposed to this one. A lot of people bustling around. But yeah, here's the Stormwind Bank. This is, man, it's been a decade, guys, since I've seen this stuff. What is this? This is just a little innkeeper there. I think that's where a lot of people set their hearthstones. I don't know what this building is. This is the auction house, apparently, it looks like, based on how many people are crowded around the auctioneers here. Yeah. I seem to remember the auction house looking different back in my day. I seem to remember being in just like a brown building, not quite in that giant stone building. So we can't fly, but we do have a few mounts. Yeah, the Swift White Ram. I remember this guy. This was the first epic mount I ever bought, and in fact, I think you'll notice I don't even know if I bought a regular mount, but I remember right when I started playing, I was a super herbalist. I just went around and gathered herbs constantly and sold them on the auction house, and was a bit of a sort of auction house magnet, if you will. Magnet. I said that word funny. Who tried to make a lot of money in the auction house. So I was actually able to buy one of the Swift Epic mounts, I think they were called back in the day, right when I hit level 60. Like, I hit level 60 and went and bought the faster mounts, which was this guy right here, which was almost unheard of back then. I took a little extra time to level up, obviously, because I was playing with the auction house and herbing. But I was so happy to buy this mount right away. I don't really like it nowadays. The green is weird. I don't know why I got the green instead of this beautiful Swift gray ram. I guess I picked this up somewhere else along the way. But let's hop on this guy and see what he looks like. This brings back some crazy memories back in the day. Yeah, it's not the best of mounts nowadays, I guess. So many cool mounts. There's the new Nighthold mount. I got one of those myself. Remember, this is on a separate account. I actually had to pay $15 to unlock this account. So all my other mounts and regular stuff, they're account-wide, are not on this particular account. But that's cool. We also got a blue... maybe I bought this blue Meccano Strider on the way to 60 to get around it. I think it was level 40 back then that you got your first mount. So do we have like any other stuff here in the... Just some promotional items, it looks like. Probably have some toys, maybe? I don't know. Appearances. What do we have? How did this work? So transmogging back in the day was obviously not a thing in World of Warcraft. You had to equip something if you wanted to wear it and look like that. So it was just everybody looked ugly because you hardly ever had a matching set until you finally got like a tier set out of a raid or whatever. So I don't know if old pieces of gear have been applied to my character. I don't even know if I have the gear left. I really don't know what the state of my character is. Let's look in the bank and see if we have any gear left. Because I remember, like, the Tier 1 rating set, I think it was called Prophecy. I loved the look of that. I didn't like the Tier 2 stuff nearly as much, but I always loved the Tier 1 Prophecy set. And I don't... This just looks like random kind of stuff to me so far. Knight's End. That's actually a pretty cool cloak. I wouldn't mind having that on my Paladin. Yeah, it's... When you're wearing a robe, everything is sort of hard to see. So what actually robe are we wearing? I don't even remember what this is. This looks like a tier set, probably something from Burning Crusade. I don't know. None of this stuff. Oh, Light's Justice! Hearthstone people will know that. That's Uther's hammer. Apparently this is it from, I think it dropped from Karazhan, actually, too, which is going to be another familiar phrase for the Hearthstone viewers out there. Yeah, so apparently I've got some Karazhan stuff here. Vial of the Sunwell. This seems like it'd be pretty good. I'm assuming this also dropped from the Sunwell. The Kill Jaden type raid out there. I forget the exact name of it. But yeah, none of this stuff. Here's another Absolution piece. So apparently that is the set gear. I don't know what this... Green Trophy Tabard of the Illidari. Oh, I guess I killed Illidan at some point. I seem to remember killing Illidan in BC, but I don't remember being on this character. For some reason I thought it was on a rogue, so I'm not sure. I certainly wasn't raiding in a progressive setting in Burning Crusade. I was behind the curve because I had taken a break and come back a little bit. So... yeah, none of these pieces of gear seem familiar to me. I don't think anything that's eye level 150 is going to be from vanilla. This is probably Burning Crusade or later type gear. But what's in our bags? Ooh. More gear. Nope. Weird stuff. 128, 115. Drakefire Amulet. This, I know what this would have been for. I think this dropped in like... Upper Blackrock Spire, maybe. Particularly because it says the blood of Drakaseth flows within. This was an old dungeon where you had to get a lot of fire resist gear back in the day to take on Ragnaros. And when you were in that bleeding edge setting rating, fire resistance was basically the only thing that was going to get you through the Ragnaros fight. So I had to farm a lot of fire resist gear. And this, I think, was one of the most desirable pieces. Because most of the fire resist gear back then, in my recollection, was green... and had terrible stats, so to find like a blue item that was heavy in fire resistance was pretty outstanding to have. Here's more fire resist stuff, although that seems like the item level's a little too high. to be relevant for Ragnaros, so I'm not sure what that's for exactly. Teeth of Gruul, that's obviously BC type stuff. That sounds like raid gear. What's in this bag? Let's clear out some of these bags on the screen here so we can... That's an empty bag. Soul Guard slippers. No, gross dwarf feet. Don't need to see that. Poker's helmet of second sight. None of this sounds familiar to me at all. More 120 stuff. Sounds like a PvP trinket. Nope, none of this. None of this is ringing a bell, guys. What's in this bag? Lots of netherweave, okay. More just random junk, it looks like. Purification potion, I don't even remember that. Letter from Shetrath. Nope. Sleepy Willy, apparently I got a pet laying around. Apparently I like to wear tuxedo stuff at some point. I got tuxedo pants and a jacket. A white ram mount. Oh, cool. Maybe this was my original mount. I didn't remember. Where did it? Oh, I just put it in my inventory. I didn't actually use it yet. Okay. There it is. White ram. Yeah, this seems more familiar to me. The white ram. I can't mount here. Let's head outside real fast. I think I must have bought this ram on the way to 60 and then upgraded with the Swift white ram at that point. Can you not? Here we go. Yeah, this guy looks familiar to me. He's pretty cool. Not quite as fast, I guess, though. Back to the bank. What is wands? I totally forgot wands were a thing. Used to, that's how you auto-attacked as a priest. You drop that Shadow Word Pain and do that wand damage, and you can actually chip into the DPS of the raid a little bit. What else is here, though, in this last bag? Snowy Griffin. That sounds cool. A carrot on a stick, that's right. Used to, that 3... I don't remember if it was 3%, but this was like one of the only ways to go faster on mounts. So you'd equip this trinket just when you're riding around to gain a little bit of speed back in the day. Royal Seal of Eldraith the Lost. This must have been another fire resist item that was pretty desirable, it looks like to me. Versatility was not a stat back then, but it's been added in. Agent of No Stormwind, I don't know that. Mallet of Zul'Farrak. I don't know why I have this, but it... Oh, that looks cool. That looks cool. Oh, this is something I know and remember. Shoot. Sweet. So back then, Priest had... I think it was called an Epic Quest or something. I don't know. There was one of a couple classes that had their own little quest line. And if you completed the quest line, then... you got this particular weapon, the staff, which was one of the best items you could get until you got, like, you know, gear from later raids, I guess, at that point. But yeah, it was called Benediction, and it has an effect when you use it. Like if we put it on our bar here, if we use this, it's going to transform it. So one of these was for healing. I don't remember exactly what effect it had to improve your healing, but it had something, the stats or whatever it was. And then you transformed it. Yeah, that's what it looked like. And then it would you know, become a shadow weapon, basically, that it helped you increase your damage somehow. I don't remember the specifics, but that's a pretty cool weapon still nowadays. I don't like the way it's clipping through my shoulder pads, but that looks pretty good. This is making me wanting to play Priest a little bit. Huh. That's really nice. I'm sad, though, that I don't have more of my old gear. It's weird to me that I didn't save it, or maybe, I guess, whoever I lost the account to perhaps just vendored it and sold it for, you know, gold to a gold farmer. Who really knows? I'm not really sure what happened to anything, so probably never find out, of course. But yeah, so one thing I want to do, I'm running out of stuff to do a little bit already because I've seen everything. Like, look through the bags, we've seen my character. Actually, we should take his hat off so we can see his face too, shouldn't we? Let's zoom in here on good old RegisKillbin. Yeah, pretty classic dwarf there. I don't know why with gray. I wanted to look old and priestly, I suppose. Who knows? But I want to go to the appearances tab here, and I want to search for, I think it was, yeah, prophecy. This is it. So I want to show you guys what my guy used to look like back in the day. This was the Prophecy set. I think this was the tier 1 rating set that dropped from Molten Core back then. So let's see. We can find each piece. Oh, I love these shoulder pads. Still, they look fantastic. Look at that. Such a cool, like how they overhang down the shoulder like that. You just don't see armor with that much of a 3-dimensional profile these days. Looks really good. Oh, the robes look good too. Cool. Shirt, obviously nothing. Wrists, I suppose we can put on, but they won't show much. Oh, that looks good. That's cool how the robe connects really flawlessly to the gloves there. Was there a belt? Oh, there was. Good, it matches. Nice. The legs won't matter. They're literally just green because they know you can't see them if you have the full set. So yeah, I wish I could flip back Anathema here to Benediction to show you probably what I had Benediction most of the time. But that right there is exactly how I remember this character in its prime. He looked exactly like that, but with the other version of this weapon. That was my good old days of WoW. This is what I used to do and love, and basically the college era of RegisKillbin's life. A lot of WoW and a lot of this guy healing in raids up to basically through Encourage, but not quite Max Ramus. Wow, that is cool. This makes me want to roll a Dwarf Priest, even though I'm Horde now, just to acquire this gear again and stand around in Stormwind and jump on a mailbox in Ironforge and have some fun. That would be a lot of fun. So that's really, really cool. I guess that's really going to wrap it up, though, for me and my look at my old character here. This has been a heartwarming blast from the past, I think is how I'll put it. This has been fun. I've really been enjoying my time in Legion so far, but it's nice to go back to an old character and sort of see my roots once again and remember where it all started. And this is really what has inspired my love for games like Hearthstone and Heroes of the Storm even, is that this introduction to the World of Warcraft universe. I didn't play Warcraft 3. WoW was really my first Blizzard game. So this guy right here, in many ways, is the reason that RegisKillbin exists today. This is the reason I play Hearthstone. This is the reason that I love this universe so much and enjoy these games. Is this little fellow right here goes now by the name of RegisKillbin. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this fun little adventure. I hope you enjoyed this blast from the past and this nostalgia quite as much as I did. Appreciate all your time and support as always. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, game on.